Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for loving sport on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And the first game in the previous episode was a Champions League group stage game against Monaco. Now, prior to this game, we had faced off against Monaco for the first time 2 weeks before that game, and we did unfortunately only manage a 0-0 draw. We battled and battled, but unfortunately couldn't find a goal on the day, and we sadly only bagged a point. So coming into this next game, which was in the previous episode, for the second time facing Monaco in the group stages, it was important we did our best and potentially bagged those 3 points to guarantee us a place in the knockout stages. But unfortunately, our plans didn't go to plan. We went 1-0 down, and luckily enough for us, we did fight back. We brought it back to 1-1, but unfortunately, once again, after playing them for the second time in the group stages, only managed to bag another point after drawing 1-1. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, and that is why in today's episode, the second game is so crucial, but we'll get onto that in just a moment. And then the second game in the previous episode was against a newly promoted Premier League team, and that of course was Aston Villa. And in the 80th minute, Nelson Semedo scored our third goal to put us 3-0 up, and it was an absolutely outstanding strike. I couldn't believe it. From a free kick, played it into the middle of the pitch, took a touch with Semedo and just put my laces through it. And what an absolutely incredible goal. It was his first goal for Liverpool and his first goal in the Premier League. And I'm sure it's one he will remember for many years. But then sadly, in the 88th or the 89th minute, Aston Villa did get through into a similar position as Semedo, got a little bit of space on the edge of the box, hit it, and unfortunately did score. So we did end that game 3-1. We did bag the 3 points, so I was happy to get the win, but unfortunately couldn't keep that clean sheet. And then in today's episode, it's even bigger again. So at the end of the previous episode, we went 2 points clear of Arsenal after they drew 1-1 with Manchester City. So we are now top of the Premier League officially and clear by 2 points. But we are about to face off against third position Chelsea, who are currently on 26. So only 4 points behind us. So Chelsea will be looking for those 3 points. But I definitely think that we can bag them because we need them and will fight for them a lot more than the Chelsea players will. And then in the second game in today's episode, as I mentioned before, it's a crucial game, and that is a game against can't even get my words out, against Dynamo Kiev. Now, we've just drew to Monaco twice, which means over the 2 games against Monaco, we only managed 2 points. We are now currently in third position. I think the way it goes is Roma are going to be top, I do believe, with 8 points after they beat Dynamo Kiev when we faced off against Monaco. Ourselves and Monaco will be on 6 points, joint second, but they'll be second and I'll be third because I think of goal difference. And then we've got Dynamo Kiev right down the bottom. So potentially what we need is we need to beat Dynamo Kiev in today's episode, and hopefully Roma do over Monaco. The problem is if Roma do over Monaco, there's no way we can finish top of the group. But if Monaco do beat Roma, there is still a slight chance that we can finish top of the group. But realistically, we're on Legendary this year or this season. As long as we get put through into the knockout stages of the Champions League, I'll be more than happy. Just quickly want to touch on 2 things, guys. A lot of you have been saying, Brad, love the longer episodes, but can we only have 2 or 3 longer episodes a week? I do apologise, guys. Sometimes I'm just talking to you like I have been at the start, and I get a little bit carried away, but I will try and quicken these videos up so they're not too long for you guys. And the second thing I want to mention is obviously the last episode, you guys know that I wasn't feeling too well. I'm on the mend, I'm not 100% yet. You might still hear me croak a little bit. I might cough, might splutter a little bit. I do apologise once again, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that left a lovely message saying, Brad, get well soon, or hope you're doing better, or I hope you're feeling better soon. Thank you so much to all you guys. It is much appreciated. But now it's all about this game against Chelsea at Anfield. It's a massive 3 points up for grabs here, and we really need them. And this is the lineup we are going to be putting out against Chelsea FC. We've got Mane out on that left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield, Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson between the sticks. It's so important right now, because if we do bag these 3 points, not only are Chelsea in third, so we're currently 4 points ahead of Chelsea. If we beat them, we'll go 7 points ahead of Chelsea no matter where they are in the league. But it's important as well that Arsenal potentially pick up a loss or a draw so we can start pushing this 2 point gap bigger and bigger. But right now, it's all about this game against Chelsea. We've got a huge game up next in the Champions League. Let's get down to business and hopefully keep those 3 points at home.
Well, tension in the
I have got to say that I do believe this season 2 is going to be a little bit more trickier than season 1. And the reason for that is not only are we playing Legendary, but it's the fact in season 1, once we started growing that gap, it just got bigger and bigger. So let's say it was 2 points. Then a couple of weeks later it was 5 points, and then it was 8 points, and then it was 11 points. And before you knew it, we were 20 odd points clear. And I just don't think it's going to be the same this year. I think because we are playing on Legendary, because we've got big games like this against Chelsea, I think it may well come down to the last 5 or 6 games this season to decide who is going to win the Premier League. I understand if we beat Chelsea now and Arsenal were to lose points, we can go 5 points clear. But we're talking about the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Manchester United. They're not going to drop point after point after point. And they have got Hazard, Lucas Vazquez and Immobile all up top. That is going to be a little bit dangerous. Strength versus strength. I did call an episode strength versus strength when we faced off against Manchester City, because they had conceded the least goals. But now it is Chelsea that have conceded only 9 goals, and we are the top goal scoring team with, I do believe it's at 36. I can't exactly remember what it said now. But it's a big game against Chelsea. It's an important 3 points. Let's get down to business and hopefully get a decent lead by half time. And there goes Naby Keita looking at breaking out now. Naby Keita coming forwards. Let's try and play it round to Salah. Beautiful. In comes Salah now. Salah through a goal. Looks to shoot. Gino Wijnaldum following up. And it is. Gino Wijnaldum with a beautiful header. I wasn't sure if that was going in. That's why I paused for a split second. Mohamed Salah through on goal. Hit it at the keeper who palms it away. I watched the ball go up. I thought this is in a great position for Gini. And although Gini done very well to get his head to it, there was a man on the line. There was a keeper coming across the goal. And he does actually get a palm to it and push it into the upper net. Caballero, I'm not really sure why they've got him in goal. Maybe they sold that Chelsea keeper that sounds like a Wi-Fi password. Not really sure how you pronounce his name. Arabe or Aber or something like that. Yeah, one of them. But nevertheless, 10 minutes into this game against Chelsea, and Gini Wijnaldum has put us 1-0 up. Here's Naby, takes it around the corner looking for Salah, and Salah is going to look at pushing on. I tell you what, Salah has definitely got the best of this defender here. Let's keep going. Salah dances, man, nicely done. Salah, Gini, Mane, waiting for the overlap now of Naby Keita, trying to get round. Come on, Naby Keita, get a shot off. Willie saves. Willie Caballero with a lovely save there. Back to Gini, over to Bobby. Bobby round the corner to Naby Keita, round now to Mane. Mane looks to slot home. Willie Caballero once again with an incredible save. And I'm pretty sure once we get this ball now, the referee is going to blow for half-time. Here's Van Dijk looking at passing it out now. Van Dijk up to Gini. Oh, and I tried to play that into Bobby, and I can see Naby Keita looking at pushing through that gap there. Could have potentially been through on goal for a second time in just a few seconds, but nevertheless, half-time whistle blown. We're at Anfield. The fans are behind us. We're 1-0 up against Chelsea. I couldn't ask for anything more from the lads. Other than now, the only thing I'd be saying in the dressing room is, look lads, it's 1-0. We're on Legendary. It means nothing. Chelsea can easily come back. They've got Immobile. They've got Willian. They've got Hazard. We still have to be careful here. So coming forwards, they've still got a big threat. Luckily enough, right now, we're doing our defensive duties. But it's important we get out, and in the next 10 minutes, we need to push, look for the counter-attacks, and score a goal early on to hopefully put this game to bed. And that is exactly what I'm going to look to do. So let's get back into the second half. It is going to be Immobile to kick us off in this second half, and let's see what damage we can do. Here's Bobby. Bobby now trying to poke that through to Mane, who's through on goal. Sadio Mane looks to bend one, and we're 2-0 up in the 50th minute. Beautiful, beautiful. 3 times. Beautiful goal from Sadio Mane, who I do believe, which is a bit of a shock this year, I didn't think he would, but last year Ryan Sessegnon had more goals and more assists than Sadio Mane. This year, Sadio Mane, I do believe, is the top Premier League scorer so far. I'm sure we will see now how many goals he has. 9, that is his 9th goal in the Premier League, and I do believe he is top goal scorer as it currently stands. Back to Salah, looking back to Mane, takes it around this man. Mane for his second, it's a big save from Caballero. Let's go Trent, let's get in there son. Oh, we get the ball. Nicely done, happy days. Oh, we've given the ball back there, we've given the ball back. That's not good, is it? Let's go. Come on Naby, you're going to have to get there. Ball into the middle. I'm not really sure what happened there, if I'm completely honest. From that throw-in, I thought Trent slid in to get the ball, but in fact Salah did. And I thought he caught the man and was going to get a card, but he didn't. And it's a floated ball in. Alisson comes for it. Gomez and Van Dijk are not tight enough to immobile. And unfortunately, it's now 2-1, and this game is 100% not to bed, so we're going to have to dig deeper here. So Talisca going to hold this up and play it into Fabinho. It's going now through to Gino Wijnaldum, poking around the corner for Bobby. Firmino's coming forwards. Bobby looks to dance onto his right foot, looks to bend one. Bobby Firmino has missed again. I don't know the hard work. All he had to do was bury that. That is frustrating. There you go. Lucas Vazquez off, Willian on. They're looking for another goal here, lads. Bobby laying it off now, looking for Gino Wijnaldum. Ball comes to Gino. Do get me shot off, but Thiago Silva manages to get a block on it. Kante looking at down forwards. Ball comes in. Trent gets there. Let's clear this. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, and Alisson's not going to get there. I mean, we're in the 94th minute. There's already been an extra minute. Of course, Chelsea are now making a sub. I will be gutted if they score from this now. Absolutely gutted. Let's get rid of this ball. Let's get there, Gomez. Nice, you know, it's cleared out, ref. You've got to blow your whistle there, son. There we go. We do manage to beat Chelsea 2-1. It was a little bit nervy at the end there, but realistically, Chelsea travelled to Anfield. We had one job to do, and that was beat Chelsea and bag the 3 points. Although it was only by a goal difference of 1, and we unfortunately did come close at the end to possibly taking it to 2-2. We did the job that we needed to do, and we beat Chelsea 2-1. What were the stats looking like? I mean, realistically, Chelsea very consistent. 3 shots, 3 on target. We had 11 shots, plenty of shots, but unfortunately only 5 on target. I have noticed over the last 2 episodes, this episode and the previous episode, we're having plenty of shots, but not many on target anymore. There was games where we were getting 15 shots, 13 of them would be on target. I'd done a game maybe 5 or 6 episodes ago, 18 shots, all 18 on target. Since this patch has come out, I definitely think you put a lot more shots wider instead of on target, and I'm shocked there. Does Bobby Firmino picks up man of the match? Did he get an assist? He does get an assist, but he didn't score, and he gets a 9.3 rating, beating Mane, the goal scorer, and also Gino Wijnaldum. Quite shocked by that, considering Bobby Firmino, don't get me wrong, he makes great runs and stuff, but recently he hasn't got his shooting boots on, and he's not putting any in the back of the net. But let's get back to the Central. Let's get ready for this Champions League game, and hopefully we can do the same in that, but this time, not by the skin of our teeth. Let's try and score a few goals and try and keep a clean sheet. Right, and here we are, guys, back at the Central, about to face off against Dynamo Kiev in front of the home fans at Anfield. You can currently see the table standings right now. Roma are top with 8 points. Ourselves and Monaco are joint second with 6 points. And Dynamo Kiev sadly down the bottom with 0 points and yet to win a game. We are about to face off against Dynamo Kiev, and fingers crossed, if we can beat them and Roma and Monaco were to draw, we could potentially go top of the Champions League group, depending on what Roma's goal difference is. But I'm pretty sure they just beat Dynamo Kiev when we face off against Monaco. I do believe they beat them 3-0, so I'm thinking they're going to have a very high goal difference. But nevertheless, guys, this is the lineup we are putting out against Dynamo Kiev. We got Ryan Sessegnon out on the left wing, Anderson Talisca at striker, Junior out on the right wing, Henderson and Ramsey linking up in the central midfield roles, Marko Grujic in the central defensive midfield, Tierney, Jimenez, Tar and Semedo at the back, with of course Alisson in goal. Now you might be looking at this team and thinking, Brad, this is Champions League. You're putting out a lineup like you have been in the Carabao Cup. And unfortunately, guys, because we've only just played 2 or 3 days ago against Chelsea, and I did play our strongest starting 11, not one player apart from Alisson in that whole entire team is fit enough to play against Dynamo Kiev. So I've had to completely change the squad, and I'm just hoping they can turn up and do it for us. But I have my faith in the likes of Talisca, Sessegnon, Junior, Ramsey, Tar, Tierney, Semedo. I have my faith in so many of those players that they can pull through and bag us the 3 points. God, my words are shocking today. I have no doubt they will bag us the 3 points against Dynamo Kiev in this next game. But now we've just got to get down to business. It's an important 3 points. We need to bag it, especially after we drew against Monaco. That was a game we really needed to win. That would have secured us top 2 places to go through to the knockout stages. But because sadly we did draw that game, it's going to come down to this one and then the Roma one. Even if we are to win this game, it all depends on what we do against Roma, because if Roma beat Monaco and then they beat us, it's going to be between ourselves and Monaco to finish in that second position place. But we'll have to see how we get on against Dynamo Kiev first. It has to be a win. If we do lose to Dynamo Kiev, I do unfortunately have a very funny feeling in my stomach that we won't get through to the knockout stages. So we know what the task is right now. We've just got to get into it, and we've got to bag these 3 points. Another late night Champions game. And guys, just to let you all know why we are playing in a Champions League game, Liverpool in just a week's time will be facing off against Bayern Munich in the Champions League at Anfield, and I am happy to tell you that I will be vlogging that experience. Obviously I go to many Liverpool games. You guys have seen 2 of them so far. You've seen the City and the United vlog this year, but realistically sometimes it gets to the point where I really just want to enjoy it for myself. I don't want to have to be recording, I don't want to have to keep getting the camera out. I just want to enjoy the football match. And sometimes that means that I can't vlog it, but I've decided for the Bayern Munich game, because it's a big one in Champions League, and the Champions League is back, I will record it and vlog it for you guys. So hopefully you're all looking forward to that. But right now, forget about real life. It's all about this game against Dynamo Kiev. Let's get it kicked off with Anderson Talisca and see what we can do in this first 45-minute period. Talisca laying it off now to Henderson. Henderson going back through to Talisca, who hits it first time and just misses the target by a whisker. Nicely done, Sessegnon, to play that up now to Henderson. Henderson with a nice ball in now into the middle for Junior. He's literally had it put on a plate. What a ball from Jordan Henderson. He's had it on an absolute plate and he's managed to put it wide from there. Nicely done, Semedo. Beautiful bit of football there. Grujic over now to Henderson. Henderson looking at pushing on. Let's play him in. Sessegnon out wide. Let's pull it back. Go into Henderson. Oh, we're going to Talisca instead. Now goes to Junior. Junior slipped in behind. Surely this time Junior, and he's denied. Boyko denies Junior. Wow. At least he put it on target this time. Let's get the overlap now of Tierney, and Tierney should have said looks at getting in behind. Let's pull this back. Nice little ball in from Tierney now to Junior, back post, and Junior's there. He could not put away the absolute ball on a plate that Jordan Henderson delivered into him when he took it on the volley. Sadly it hit the outside of the boot and he spewed it wide. This one, Tierney cuts it back. Nice, beautiful, nice little slice ball into the box there. Junior rises above his defender. It's not an easy one. He's got a defender in front of him. He's still got a keeper to beat, but he does put enough height on it to put it over the keeper and into the back of the net. Happy days. 1-0 up after just 35 minutes. Now we need to push on for many more. He's going to be in behind. Ball straight in. Jimenez gets there. Cleared back in. I thought Jimenez was going to get there. Jonathan Tah comes over the ball and the referee blows for half time at Anfield. Realistically, all I'm going to say is we should have 3 or 4 under the belt right now. Absolutely shocked that we haven't scored more goals. We've been all over this Dynamo Kiev side like an absolute rash. And Junior looking to get around his man, and Junior with a beautiful drop of the shoulder there is looking to get away. He's still going to come away with the ball. Come on, Talisca, I need you in the box, son. Makes that ball in now, looking for Ryan Sessegnon. Falls to Talisca, hits it first time. Big save from Boyko. Wow, the ball ended up coming to Talisca. I took a touch, hit it, it's going in, and somehow the keeper manages to see it, get a hand to it and push it past the post. Go to Ramsey. Ramsey waiting for Talisca to dart forward. Talisca takes a touch onto his left foot, looks to hit him one. Junior tries to follow up, but unfortunately can't get to it as the Dynamo Kiev left back puts it out for a Liverpool throw-in. Talisca playing it back to Grujic. Out wide to Hendo. Hendo feeding in Ryan Sessegnon, looking to hit from a difficult angle. Off the post. Can we finish it? And Aaron Ramsey slices it straight into the keeper's hands. Straight through now, looking for Danny Ings. Ball wasn't great though. Let's go Milner. Let's go Talisca. Ball through. Is he going to be through on goal here? Let's get there. And Jonathan Tah out of nowhere battles him off the ball. Got to be careful here, lads. Got to be careful. Jimenez comes away. Talisca gets it. Straight up to Danny Ings. Playing it through now to Henderson, who's on the run. Henderson has got 4 men chasing him down, and he definitely does not have the pace. Jordan Henderson gets caught by all 4. Here's Sessegnon. Henderson through now to Talisca. Talisca looking at poking it forward to Angel Correa, who's in behind referee. Is that going to be a penalty? Is it a free kick? I'm thinking it's a free kick right on the edge of the box. I'm still astonished that this is only 1-0 after 88 minutes. I mean, we could be about to change that. And Tomas Kadar picks up a yellow card, and it looks like it is going to be a free kick. Anderson Talisca to try and bend this one into that top right corner. Come on, Talisca, over that wall. In it goes. Talisca! Oh, beautiful goal! Anderson Talisca in the 88th minute. We know that he is a free kick fanatic. Absolutely unbelievable when it comes to taking free kicks. And look at that one. Over the wall. Out of the reach of the keeper. And into the back of the net. And finally, it took us till the 88th minute to get there. But we've now definitely secured the win and put this game to bed. Happy days. And is Corriere going to come away with that ball? He's sadly not. I'll tell you what, he's running at it though. And the referee blows for full time at Anfield. We've beaten Dynamo Kiev 2-0. Bagged 3 points. Now it's important. The next thing we need to see is how have Monaco and Roma got on. If Monaco has won, great news. If they have drawn, great news. If Roma have won, I don't think it's possible for us to catch them at the top of our group, but we can still get second place and get through to the knockout stages. We now need to see what the other score was. So let's take a quick look at what our stats were. While Dynamo Kiev, not even a shot on target, let alone even a shot. We had 14 shots, 8 on target. We should have won that 3 or 4-0, no problem. But I'm just happy we get the win, because there's games like this where you absolutely dominate a team. We could have only got 1 goal maybe, and Dynamo Kiev would have had 2 shots, 2 on target, and both of them could have ended up in the back of the net. But realistically, we handled the game well. We were strong, we were powerful. There was odd occasions where they were getting through a goal. Jimenez and Tar, beautiful partnership at the back. So happy with that result. Let's see how the other team got on. So we can't actually see the other game yet, so they mustn't have played today, they must play tomorrow. So we'll have to have a look back at the Central. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. You can see the first game in the next episode is going to be at Anfield against another newly promoted team, which of course is Leeds United. But what we need to do right now is we need to go over to the Premier League, and we need to see how it looks right now in the Champions League. So if we go down to UEFA Champions League, how is the group looking right now? Roma at top. After played 5 games, they have 11 points. We have now moved up to second position with 9 points, which means we are 3 points clear of Monaco. But unfortunately, guys, and I say unfortunately because I know it for a fact, it is going to come down to this last game against Roma. Not only to finish top of the group if possible, but also just to get through to the knockout stages. And the reason for that, as you can see in the bottom right, the last 2 fixtures are Roma versus Liverpool and Dynamo Kiev versus Monaco. Now, Dynamo Kiev have played 5 and lost all 5. They've lost twice to Roma, twice to ourselves, and once to Monaco. Monaco are guaranteed, and I mean guaranteed, to get that win no matter what. So I am not going to think, oh, there's a chance that Dynamo Kiev might do us a favour. They're not going to do it. So Monaco are going to finish on 9 points. Now, if we are to lose to Roma, we will be taken out, I do believe, of the top 2, which means we won't get through to the group stages. On the flip side of that, if we do draw against Roma, Roma will go to 12 points. We will finish on 10. Monaco will be 1 point behind. But if we beat Roma, we will move up to 12 points, which means we'll be 1 point ahead of Roma, which means we can still finish top of Group G in the Champions League, and that is exactly what we needed. I didn't really want to leave it down to the last game of the group, because realistically, if we'd have beaten Monaco on the 6th of November, as you can see at the top right, when we drew 1-1, if we'd have beaten them then, we wouldn't have had the 1 point, we'd have got the 3 points, we'd have an extra 2 points now, and we would be joined top with Roma and guaranteed a position in the knockout stages. But I suppose it puts a little bit of drama, a little bit of pressure, and a little bit of fun on that episode where we have to face off against Roma and guarantee that win if we do want to finish top. So if we jump over to the calendar, we are on the last day of November where we're facing off against Leeds, and then we move into December. Father Christmas will be here in no time. In the next episode, it's Leeds, and then surprisingly, it's Arsenal in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. So looking forward to that, because against Leeds, we can put out our usual Premier League starting 11, which is a nice, strong, physical team where we should easily beat Leeds. And then we're going to put our rotated team, which is the likes, Danny Ings, you got Junior, Sessegnon, players that don't always start in the starting lineup, but do start in the Carabao Cup. And I'm surprised that we've got into the quarterfinals, if I'm completely honest, because we have played such a rotated, mixed-up team. I'm just happy that everyone's gelling together and is wanting to play. And then the episode after that, we've got Arsenal again, but this time in the Premier League, and then we've got Roma in the final game of the group stages in the Champions League. So not next episode, the episode after is going to be absolutely massive. But one thing I have just noticed as a glimpse over at my recording is this is episode 49, which means in the next episode, it's episode 50, so we will be covering fan objectives. You guys know we ticked one off last time. We'll have to update it and see whether we have ticked off any more. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below if you're new around here. Click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.